Here are the most recent deaths in the national news, as reported at Legacy.com in the second week of February 2025. Legacy.com is where you can find any obituary or publish an obituary in any newspaper in America and beyond. Businesswoman Virginia Halas McCaskey died February 6, 2025 at the age of 102. She was the longtime owner of the Chicago Bears, having inherited the NFL team from her father, Bears founder George Halas. McCaskey is being remembered for guiding the Bears through a winning era, including their sole Super Bowl victory in 1986. Football player and coach Dick Jauron died February 8, 2025 of cancer at the age of 74. After a Hall of Fame college career at Yale, he played for the Detroit Lions and Cincinnati Bengals in the 1970s. Jourdan is being remembered for his coaching career for the Buffalo Bills, Chicago Bears, and other teams, including being named AP Coach of the Year for his 2001 season with the Bears. Football player Howard Twilley died February 5, 2025 at the age of 81. He was a wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins for 11 seasons in the 1960s and 70s, including their legendary 1972 perfect season. Twilley is also being remembered as a College Football Hall of Famer for his standout career at the University of Tulsa. He was the Heisman Trophy runner-up in 1965. Actor Peter Tuiasosopo died February 10, 2025 in Phoenix. He died of heart complications at the age of 61. He was known for movies like Street Fighter, Necessary Roughness, and The Fast and the Furious. Tuiasosopo is also being remembered for his brief football career with the Los Angeles Rams and for founding the Global Family Prayer Chain Ministry. Artist Mort Künstler died February 2, 2025 in Rockville Centre, New York at the age of 97. He was known for his historical paintings, especially those focusing on the Civil War. Künstler is also being remembered for his artwork for pulp magazine and book covers, as well as for movie posters. Actor Tony Roberts died February 7, 2025 in New York City. He died of lung cancer at the age of 85. He was best known for his roles in Woody Allen movies, including Annie Hall, Hannah and Her Sisters, and Radio Days. Roberts is also being remembered for such movies as Serpico and The Taking of Pelham 123, as well as for his Tony Award-nominated performances on Broadway. Author Tom Robbins died February 9, 2025 at his home in La Conner, Washington at the age of 92. He was a favorite of the counterculture, with novels like Even Cowgirls Get the Blues, Jitterbug Perfume, and Skinny Legs and All. He is being remembered for his surrealist wordplay and surprising metaphors, which many of his fans say changed their way of thinking. Robbins was a U.S. Air Force veteran who served in the 1950s. Actor Bruce French died February 7, 2025 in Los Angeles. He died of complications from Alzheimer's disease at the age of 79. He was best known for his role on the soap opera Passions as Father Lonigan. He is also being remembered for many other TV appearances, including on several Star Trek series, Dallas, Cheers, and Mad Men. French was a U.S. Army veteran of the Vietnam War. World leader Sam Nujoma died February 8, 2025 in Windhoek, Namibia at the age of 95. He was the first president of Namibia, elected to 3 terms after helping lead the country's decades-long fight for independence from South Africa. Nujoma is being remembered for his support of women's and children's rights. Former U.S. Representative Beverly Byron died February 9, 2025 at her home in Frederick, Maryland. She died of congestive heart failure at the age of 92. She first ran for Congress to fill her husband's seat after his unexpected death, Then she went on to serve another 6 terms. Byron is being remembered for her work on behalf of military personnel as a leader in the Armed Services Committee. Professional poker player John Cernuto died February 10, 2025 in Las Vegas. He died of colon cancer at the age of 81. He won 3 World Series of Poker bracelets and 2 World Series of Poker circuit rings in his long career. Cernuto is being remembered for his 597 live tournament cashes, number 1 among the more than 500,000 players tracked by the Hendon mob. Singer Tommy Hunt died February 12, 2025 at the age of 91. He was a member of the Flamingos, who had a doo-wop hit in 1959 with I Only Have Eyes for You. Hunt is also being remembered for his solo career with singles like Human and Cracking Up. Runner Jerome Drayton died February 10, 2025 in Toronto. He died of complications from knee surgery at the age of 80. He ran the 1975 Fukuoka International Marathon in 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 9 seconds, setting a record for Canadian marathoners that stood for 43 years. Drayton is being remembered as a Canadian running legend who competed in the 1976 Olympics and was the last Canadian man to win a Boston Marathon. In addition to featuring current deaths in the news, Legacy.com also honors the lives and legacies of notable people who died in the past. Here are some of this week's anniversaries. 8 years ago this week, singer and songwriter Al Jarreau died at the age of 76. His R&B hits included We're in This Love Together and the theme song from Moonlighting. 10 years ago this week, actor Jourdan died at the age of 93. He was a suave star of classic Hollywood in movies like Gigi, The Best of Everything, and Octopussy. 13 years ago this week, singer and actress Whitney Houston died at the age of 48. She was one of the best-selling musical artists of all time, beloved for songs like I Will Always Love You and I Want to Dance with Somebody Who Loves Me. 15 years ago this week, jockey and author Dick Francis died at the age of 89. He was a successful steeplechase writer before his second career writing best-selling crime novels like Dead Cert and Whip Hand. 20 years ago this week, playwright Arthur Miller died at the age of 89. He won a Tony Award and a Pulitzer Prize for Death of a Salesman, and he also wrote such plays as The Crucible and A View from the Bridge. 25 years ago this week, cartoonist Charles M. Schulz died at the age of 77. He created the beloved and influential comic strip Peanuts, and he drew the adventures of Charlie Brown and the gang for 50 years. 25 years ago this week, actor and comedian Jim Varney died at the age of 50. In addition to starring in the Ernest movies, he played Jed Clampett in the Beverly Hillbillies movie adaptation and voiced Slinky Dog in the first 2 Toy Story movies. 40 years ago this week, actor Nicholas Colasanto died at the age of 61. He was best known for his role as Coach in early seasons of the classic sitcom Cheers. Actress Kim Stanley was born 100 years ago this week. She died in August 2001 at the age of 76. She starred on Broadway in plays like Picnic and Bus Stop, was the narrator of the movie To Kill a Mockingbird, and had a prolific TV career. Actor Jack Lemmon was born 100 years ago this week. He died in June 2001 at the age of 76. He won Oscars for Mr. Roberts and Save the Tiger, and his many other acclaimed movies include Some Like It Hot, The Odd Couple, and Glengarry Glen Ross. Every week in the United States, flags are lowered to half-staff to honor the lives of Americans whose communities are mourning their loss. Here are the most recent half-staff memorial flag honors. Flags in Kansas have been lowered to honor the memory of former Congresswoman Martha Keyes. Flags in Florida have been lowered to honor the memory of Captain Jonathan Campos, who was killed when his airliner collided with a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter in the skies over the Potomac River. Flags in Nevada have been lowered to honor the memory of North Las Vegas police officer Jason Roscoe, who died in the line of duty. You can read more about the lives of the people featured in this video on Legacy.com. At Legacy.com, any family can publish an obituary in honor of a loved one's memory online and in local newspapers everywhere. Just visit Legacy.com and select your local community. You can also follow Legacy.com on Facebook and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube to stay up to date on national news deaths.